This is kind of a cute part of it where her boss, very conservative Korean society, has told her that she needs to dress more conservatively. Or he says somebody else needed to dress more conservatively, I think. And she is having none of it. And I think you're going to see here that there are some differences between what the U.S. and Korea would consider risque. But she apparently is dressed risque for Korea, at least at the beginning.
갓 떠오른다. 그런 나지만 무인도에 혼자 살 수는 없기에 사람들과 어울려 살아간다.
Okay, so here's the mid-level judge runs into her. By the way, apparently in Korea, that's considered risque. I've seen far more risque outfits than that in courts. There's no American male judge, Commonwealth attorney, other attorney that would tell a woman that there's anything at all wrong with this. They probably compliment her and it looks cute, right? They aren't stuck with the generic thou shalt wear a noose around your neck, thou shalt wear a jacket type of thing. They can get away with a lot more, and generally guys won't call them on it because you can't win that conversation. There's no way you win that conversation because first you have to admit you looked, which is wrong. And second, you have to say, well, that's just not the right way for a woman to dress, which you will never be able to do. So generally, the only people you see call women out on women's clothing, at least in any U.S. court I've been to, is other women, judges, other attorneys, that sort of thing. So, but going down again, if I saw a young lady attorney dressed this in court, I'd think maybe she was wearing a Christmas outfit, but I wouldn't really go, oh my God, that's risque. Apparently, this is considered a mini skirt in Korea. It may be in the States too. I don't know. But I don't know exactly how many inches it's got to go to be a mini skirt. But he sees her and he's shocked, and you'll notice every guy in here is just staring at her.
예.
튀는 사람이 버티기 힘든 조직이라셨죠? 제가 한번 버텨보겠습니다. 저는 불평하기보다는 부딪히는 쪽이라서요.
그런가요? 그렇군요. 행운을 빕니다. 그런데 그건 뭡니까?
아, 이거요? 틸바야 화끈하게 한번 튀어버리고 준비한 준비물? 부터 너무 놀라지 마세요.
아니, 뭐를...
가시죠.
늦었으니 빨리 갑시다.
의료 과오 사건?
아드님이 수술 받다가 사망해서 병원 상대로 수송을 했는데
Apparently this lady's hanging outside the courthouse.
맞으시 말고
She's upset because she lost her case, and she's trying to get somebody to do anything about it.
박 관사님, 갑시다.
And they go in, and again, like I said, apparently this is very risque in Korea. The women are shocked, the guys are ogling. Of course, you will see that every single guy, and the women too, are wearing generic attorney suit. Heck, this could be Men in Black headquarters. They're all, yeah, the guys are all kind of uncomfortable looking at her, and the women are giving her bad looks. That's interesting. Okay, so now it comes to a point where she runs into her senior judge.
안녕하셨어요.
박관님 지금 뭐 하는 짓이야? 여기가 어디라고 그러니까 옷차림이 막 치마도 짧고 이게 지금 뭐 하는 짓이야?
오늘 날씨 너무 좋죠. 봄 날씨 같지 않나요?
판사로서 이게 이제 옷차림이 가당키나 이렇게 막 화려하고 막 치마도 짧고.
법관 윤리 강령에 치마 길이 규정이 있나요? 법원 조직법에 있나? 부장님 너무 싫어하시는 것 같으니까 얼른 조신한 옷으로 갈아입고 오겠습니다.
Okay, so she agrees to go put something modest on.
옷을 몇 개씩 갖고 다녀? 쟤?
And here we go.
아 이래 무슨
A, you could never do this in an American show because it would be considered commenting on somebody else's culture, et cetera, et cetera. And B, that's just hilarious.
이 정도면 괜찮을까요? 제가 가지고 있는 옷 중에 가장 조신한 옷인 것 같아서 챙겨와봤습니다. 생각해보니까 부장님 말씀이 맞아요. 여자들이 음란하게 살을 내놓고 다니면 되겠어요? 남자한테 무슨 잘못이 있겠어요?
이 인간 생각한 것보다 훨씬 더 또라이인데.
What the heck? By the way, I got a comment. This guy here, you know, he's in everything. I mean, if it comes out of Korea, he's got part of it. He's got a part in it. As best you can tell by watching, I can tell by watching Korean shows, there's about a gazillion generic young folks, right? You could take one of the young male leads and fill in his slot with 50 other young male leads who will all have their hair parted on the left-hand side, combed same sort of way, maybe messed up a little bit to look, wild or sexy or whatever, but generally generic, right? 1, 2, 3. It can be hard to tell them apart, right? Sometimes, but I get the feeling that those folks do like 4 years, 5 years, and they're put out the pasture, right? Because then the next pretty face or next handsome face comes along. Same thing with women, I think. Although I don't have a hard time sometimes telling the women apart. I think that may be a genetic, biological trait that's baked in. Male is able to spot females. I don't know. Go talk to an evolutionary biologist. But this guy is adult number 1, 2, 5, whatever, in everything. He's in everything. I've seen him play cops. I've seen him play senior lawyers. I've seen him play businessmen. I think I've seen him in just about, he's a wrestling coach in one, if I remember right. He's done it all. So what he's done is, okay, I'm not going to be the young pretty face. What I'm going to be is the adult. And they need only so many adults for these shows because they're all about younger folks. So he's got the adult slot locked up, and he's a pretty good actor. So, he does a good job. It's just funny seeing him in everything. Everything.
바닥이 미끄러워서 시계가 많았습니다. 이런 옷은 어디서 사?
부장님, 어느 게 더 마음에 드세요? 아까 그 미니를 입을까요? 아니면 이거 둘 중에 어느 게 더 마음에 드세요?
완전히 돌았네요. 아우 공진다.
Okay, he backs down. That's not the way you do this, right? The obvious appropriate answer is, why, obviously, I prefer this. I think you should wear this full time. And you call her bluff. She's not going to wear this full time. She wasn't going to wear the other thing full time either, apparently. But, you just have to call that bluff. You just can't let that go. And then, on the other hand, it would be kind of cool just to watch somebody, not have to wear that sort of thing wandering through the halls being a judge all the time. I mean, it's almost a robe by itself already. So it would work. But I just think this is fun. It's a fun little scene. They're setting it up. This lady is supposed to be kind of oddball, off the wall, but very dedicated to what she believes in, right? And it's the same thing you see in all these sort of things. That person comes in, and then she persuades other people to change the system, which is, like I said, I'm on episode 4 or 5 now. That's clearly where they're going with it, and maybe a little bit unrealistic, but it is clearly where they're going with it. So that's just the scene I wanted to show you all. And with that, I'm going to sign out, and I will probably come back with Miss Hammurabi episode 2 sometime in the future. Until then, Maslama, y'all.